Hi, thank you for joining me. In this video, I'm going to talk about the imagination because it's there and working all the time. The imagination is very powerful. The imagination knows no bounds. This is a double-edged sword because it has two polar opposites. It can work for you or against you. It can create dreams and it can create nightmares. The imagination can be especially troublesome if you're naturally prone to worry and anxiety, or if you have a mental disorder. So the good side is that imagination is the first stage of creation. It's a great tool for generating ideas and making something from nothing. It can help you in business and all sorts of other things. It can help you get from A to B. The imagination is where everything starts. So if you use it, then it can bring some great rewards. The bad side is that it can cause a lot of fear because it can create all kinds of scary images in your mind and take over. We all have disturbing thoughts, but when you're anxious, they can take on a life of their own. I have always had a bit of an overactive imagination. I was an anxious child, and a lot of things used to play on my imagination. Ghost stories and horror films used to make me feel scared at night. Being alone in the dark, I would lie there and picture all these evil beings appearing in my bedroom. Even though logically I knew it was only a story, it just felt very real, because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. That's why it feels so convincing. It might not be real on the outside, but it is on the inside. Even small things could send my imagination into overdrive. I remember when I was about 6, walking through a record shop and seeing the cover of a record by the rock band Iron Maiden. The picture showed a strange, demonic-looking creature with 80s punk hair, looking very evil and scary, holding an axe dripping with blood. I got it into my head that Iron Maiden was some kind of monster. I used to imagine it walking the streets and coming for me in the night. Around the same time, I heard my mum say to my sister that she must not be outside on her own because she might get taken away by a stranger. The thought of being taken away was very scary. I didn't know what a stranger was. I thought maybe it was some kind of being from outer space or something, and I started to wonder where they would turn up and try and take me away. That worry was eased a bit after I found out what it really meant. Also, I used to have this image of a man appearing at my bedroom door with a knife. I don't know where that came from. Probably from TV. But as you can see, my imagination caused quite a lot of fear and discomfort when I was young. I still have to work at not letting it take over. Recently, I watched the new Stephen King film, It. And I remember when I was 14, I watched the TV miniseries, where you didn't really see very much, and I was scared for weeks after. Now, I watched the new film, which showed a severed arm, eating of human flesh, leprosy, and was totally unaffected. Didn't look away once. So it's good to know that some things have got better. The things that scare me have changed, but my imagination can still run away with itself. But it works to my advantage as well. It does definitely help with doing this. The imagination is something you have to treat with care. It can be your best friend and your worst enemy. It has to be trained to work how you want it to. Like how you train a dog. Sometimes you can let it run around. Sometimes it has to be brought to heel. It's not always easy to do, but if you can learn how to use it to your advantage, it can really take you places. To deal with the distressing thoughts, if they're making your life difficult, you should see the doctor. Medication can help, and there are some kinds of talking therapy that teach you ways of coping and managing the thoughts. Getting help is the first step to getting better, so if you're struggling, do it. Remember, talking saves lives. Silence takes lives. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.